Hello, I'm continuing to analyze chess in movies and other works of art. Today's topic is chess in the Lego Ninjago serial. There were a few games there. We're starting with the one that was happening during the most epic scenes. Season 6, Episode 5, where Zane plays the evil genie. By the way, the positions were recreated by one of Boris's viewers. Now we'll analyze the game where the genie is playing black and Zane white. D4, good so far. E5, the England gambit. It's a bad opening, but maybe Genie won't know the trick. White plays a very weird move as well. Knight C3, Bishop B4, and it's now clear that players are weak amateurs. And according to the plot, Zane is an absolute genius, at least in the other episodes, and spoiler alert, Genie beats Zane in one of the games. But there's nothing significantly wrong with it so far. Maybe the strong players are just joking. Magnus also does that with his infamous Bong Cloud draw, and swapping the king and queen at the start. But the thing that is concerning is the blooper in the serial. Look at this frame. The white king and queen swapped places, and I would have got it if the black royal family was this way as well. But no. How could you miss that? It's not a movie with a real board. Here you are dealing with 3D modeling. I bet that the person who was responsible for it noticed it, but then thought, that's fine. But that position is only visible for a moment. But here the white pawn is mysteriously on C4, and the knight is on B3. Luckily, it changes back to normal, where we don't see the next move. There is a cut, and when the board is shown again, we see the following position. It's white to play. Of course, it's very similar to the Immortal game, but we'll talk about that a bit later. But here I can't pretend like everything is fine. It's confusing, but I'll try to analyze it. Okay, both kings are in the center without the castling right. Black is missing a queen and a pawn, while white is short of a rook and a bishop, having a 2-point material advantage. The positional advantage of white is huge, as 4 of black's pieces are on their starting squares, but the most important thing is that d takes c7 is mate in 1. The black bishop, which was on b4 originally, is now on f6, which is extremely weird. The move is queen takes knight, which makes somewhat sense, and then we see the third blooper today. The white pawn and bishop swap places, which enraged me at first, but then I saw a frame where both pieces were bishops and calmed down after that. What was black's response to queen f3 though? c5, and if there was a pawn on d6, it would have made some sense as it prevents pawn takes c7 mate, but that is a bishop, and the trick doesn't work. After an awful c5, white responds with rook b5. For what? To give up the rook for no reason. You might say, the rook isn't attacked. The show disagrees. Rook takes rook, now I'm ready for whatever, and white makes the second best move of the position. Queen sacrifice, just like in the Immortal game. Now the knight no longer controls e7, and the bishop goes there, declaring checkmate. However, Lionel had a knight on a6 to defend c7. Now I have one question. Why? Why did you use that position to show a checkmate from the Immortal game and not from the Immortal game itself? Okay, we're done with the most famous chess game of the show. Zane and Jay also played chess in the first episode of the 6th season, and let's watch it. It's important to note that we didn't see the angle of the opening, nor the middle game, using which we could have recreated it. Only Zane's move is queen e2 checkmate. And even in this short moment, there's something wrong. Both the knight and the bishop are defending e2. Keeps getting worse. In the game with the genie, the mate was real, and the a1 square is white. But I prepared the worst game for the end. Zane, black, is facing Jay again. g2 to d5 and d7 takes d5. No, I'm not joking. They literally played those moves. Have a look, my poor brain. Now the video should have ended because I don't remember any other chess games in this serial, but there's a collection of 20 mini episodes titled Woo's Tease, and there is a chess game in episode 18 where Zane is giving a simultaneous exhibition. At first, I wanted to recreate some, as even though the angles are challenging, you just have to pause at the right time. Also, look at how Zane is presented.
Step right up, folks. Don't be shy. See if you have what it takes to beat the incredible Zane, chess master extraordinaire. If you win, your tea is free.
But in this short episode, which lasts less than 90 seconds, there are phenomenons like checkmating the queen,
Mate!
pawn on the first rank and on the 2 squares simultaneously, and the most exciting thing, mate with the king. I'm not talking about a mate like this, but instead, the king leads his pieces to victory and pierces the other one himself. That's all. The video has found its end. If you liked it, press the like button. Subscribe so I update the channel banner. See you later.